You see how they are very different, okay? We have some similarity, but we are also different. You will see that, I'll just give you a simple example. Do you see, when you look Olympic Games, you see the sport that white women do. I don't say that we black women, we cannot do, but understand what I want to say. It's like they are being taught a way to live that we don't have the same way to live, to be. Okay, that's why I talk about the background or family background, all this. You see, you have sport. They're not afraid. We, the black, we are always, you're sometimes scared. They don't have it. Sometimes you go to height, they jump. Whoop. You see the sport I do, there you go. Because it's the way they were raised. They are raised because there are things that do. It's different. We don't. If you look Olympic Games, you see the discipline of the sport they do. You have some sport that black women we don't do. I don't say that it's not possible. Okay, they will do most of the thing, but we are exceeding in athleticism, for example. Okay, few women were really exceeding in tennis. White women were doing that, maybe because we have, and that's why we should be very grateful. From the Suyans. The Suyans are sure that it's possible. It's not about putting barrier. This is what I talk about, the racial barrier. You put yourself a limit. They didn't have any limit. They did it, okay? The Suyans did it. But you see, there was a sport, the plunge in your golf. They do that. I've never seen a white woman or black woman doing this sport. Never. The dive, they go diving in the ocean. White women, they do that. They go in it. I don't say that black women cannot do that, but we do. But they have been doing that way before us. Okay, I was telling you, like when I was young, I was dreaming to be a reporter. Like you go in the place with your camera. You go to see people. You go even to dangerous places and stuff like that. And then you report. You have your microphone. You report. Okay, I didn't see black women doing this kind of thing when I was young, and I thought that it wasn't possible for a black woman because I didn't see any example until I saw some women, white women, who are doing that. They go to a place like there is maybe a war somewhere, they be going there. I told you about a woman, a white journalist who hired a girl from Rwanda and took her to the school where I was in West Africa. That woman took a risk. She was white. She took a risk to take a black girl because she could be accused of anything, okay? But she was doing the war, doing the genocide in Rwanda. She saved that girl. She went out of Rwanda. She dropped her to West Africa there, in the dormitory of the girl where I was, okay? You see that we have differences. I don't know why she said they are lighter. There is no light. It's just the capacity or the way they are. You see that white women, they don't live for what the society tells them. They live for themselves. They appreciate life. They discover. They travel. I mean, when I was back home, it was something that we saw back home. Okay. It's not a critique or whatsoever. It's something that I noticed. The black men who are married white women, they seem to be more prosperous. I don't know why, because the way they knew how to organize, to program the life, they do stuff. Now today, many black women are doing that, okay? But back in the days, it wasn't common to see women doing the stuff in their home. Okay, oh honey, so save that money. I can do that when you are at work. She'll be doing DIY stuff herself. They were doing stuff like that. That even I remember women. They were talking like, oh, white women. They are doing many stuff in their home. Many stuff. They will be multitasking. Like they will do stuff that plumbery. Sometimes they will do that themselves. Okay, it was something that we knew. When I was back home, it has nothing to feel bad about. No, it's something that we saw that white women were taught, and expressing love, expressing easily their love, the way they feel, they love. Okay, they're not afraid to do that. You see that in relationship, there will be kissing. Even in front of, when we were going in France, there will be kissing, like kissing. If she's really in love with you, she'll be holding you. They will show you all the affection in front of the whole world. They didn't care. And that makes you feel like how independent spirit they were. Okay, they will be like, I love my man, she will kiss him. But black women were like, no, you. I mean, African, I don't know about black Americans, but African women like, not in public. No, don't do that. This is black women. This is how we are. Okay? Maybe some of us who are maybe more open to kiss like in public, people will see us like, because we care about what the people say. Oh, you're not married yet, so you haven't achieved, you haven't done something. But this is a woman who maybe, a black woman who maybe has a master or doctorate. No, because she's not married, so she's nothing. Because she doesn't have children, she's nothing. While women that are already past it a long time. There are those who really feel comfortable being single. They don't feel judged about that. In Africa, if you're not married, then people see that you haven't succeeded in your life, which is a complete lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. I'm sorry, it's true. A woman can be happy on her own. You have people who are married and nothing happened. Like the man said last time I was watching, he said, if you are in the wrong marriage or in the wrong relationship, it's like going backward, 5 years backward, 10 years backward. It's true. It's like you have been moving nowhere. Sometimes you have a situation like that, you marry someone, it's not the right person for your life, and you're here, and then because you are like a black woman, you're stuck there, you have no. Me, when I wasn't happy in my relationship, I left. I left. Because the more you learn from other people, from other ways, you learn a lot more. Why women, if she has to get divorced, she will divorce, she's gone. Because she's not happy there, she's gone. She's gone. The black woman, she's like, I have no choice, I have to stay here. You see, we live for society. We live for the appearance. We live for what people say. The white woman, she doesn't care. That's why if she sometimes feel like no. I mean, I've learned things from them. Like they really live. Like sometimes you say, oh, black don't crack. It's true. But it has to be also a lifestyle. A lifestyle also. They favor a lot about their inside. They do sports. They have a way of living. They go on trips. We are now doing that more and more. Why we black women are doing that more? Because we have seen them doing it. We have to be honest. We have seen them doing that often. And we see that they don't live for people. They don't live for the society. The few black women who are doing that, people were labeling them many bad names. That was not true. A woman supposed to be happy on her own before meeting someone. Okay, you don't expect being happy when you meet someone. Your happiness is yourself already. You see that, and I think I've learned a lot from them too. That's why I'm not into being racially racist. Even with Asian women, you see so many things they do. It's incredible. They have learned not to complain. They know how to embrace life. It's just amazing how God has created us different with all our difference. And we should celebrate our difference. Black women are really sexy women. We know, we have to be honest. The body of black women, just an example to make one of the things that people are really amazed by black women is how we are. Our skin looking like chocolate. The body like woof, like black women, okay? And the capacity to gather the family. We have this capacity when black women, when she's married, I think the other women also has it. It's not about, it's something, but we can gather. When we want to gather, we have this capacity of gathering. We have this capacity of, when we are artistic, look the talent we have. There's an artist that I love, and I like, listen to some other interview, Tina Turner. Tina Turner has never played. Even though she was going through a situation, every interview that she embraced different aspect of her life, even the difficult time. When she talk about love, she talk about how late she had some of the happiness in her life. She never complained. I don't recall seeing Tina Turner complaining. Never recall. There's also another artist, black woman, that I like to see, Diana Ross. Oh my God, that woman, she's the definition of of a woman who really, a beautiful woman. Diana Ross she has never been moved by what people say about her. I mean, she's just her. She's just herself. That's why if you see Diana Ross, she hasn't been afraid to date men from other races, because it's not about race. Diana Ross understood something. It's about who you are. And Diana Ross she's a beautiful woman. Oh no, there is something about her. When I look at her when she was young, and how everything about her was just glam, beauty, self-confidence. That woman, she was a reflection of the woman's self-confidence on stage, on every day. She's a beautiful woman, period. That's all I can. That's one of the black women in the celebrities world, I can say, has really touched me. You see Lupita Nyong'o, you see she chose nothing. Lupita, she chose nothing. She can change her hairstyle if she can, put extension if she want, and whatever, but she's very comfortable with herself. Okay? Even for white women, I told you about the French ladies. French women, it's not about the makeup, no. The moment they find there is something that they exude, French women, that you cannot explain. The natural, but also the beauty, being simple and being classic and elegant. I don't know how to explain that. And I gave you an example of Vanessa Paradis. I gave you also Catherine Deneuve. You have actresses like that. You have people, they don't even need to prove anything. Exactly, they don't need to prove anything. They are just who they are. And I think some black women get offended when we say that, when some black women like me, for example, admit that yes, these ladies, these white women, they don't feel like they have to prove something. They're just who they are. They just live their life. Now, those who are making a lot of noise, like maybe celebrities or Instagram or whatever, I don't know, are other people. But our difference is just beautiful. We just embrace our differences. That's all I have to say. You will lose a lot by not trying to learn from other race, because every race has something special that God has put in them, and you will learn it. And when you meet Chinese women, you meet South Korean ladies. Oh my God, I love people from South Korea. Oh my goodness. If I was marrying someone from Asia, it would be Japanese or South Korea, period. That's where the grace. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.